Hello everyone. So today I'm here to discuss on the topic the Factory Act 1948. On the discussion, I'm going to highlight and discuss about the important things which everyone should have the knowledge and idea about it. So the core objective of this act is they focuses on the health, safety and welfare of all the workers in our countries. So before we start the discussion about the core objective of this act, we should also know the important definition. First is the factory. This factory definition are divided into two. So first is that any premises where more than 10 workers are working and the manufacturing process are being carried out with the aid of power. This is the first definition, and the second is that any premises where 20 or more workers are working and manufacturing process are being carried out without the aid of power. So these are the two definitions of the factory. And the second is that who is an adolescent. So adolescent is a person who have crossed the age of 15 but not yet reached the age of 18. And the third is the who is a child. A child is a person who doesn't reach the age of 15. And the fourth is the who is an adult. An adult is a person who already crossed the age of 18. And the fifth definition is that who is a young person. So a young person is comprises of an adolescent and a child. Among any one of us, if we wanted to start a farm, the first step which we are going to take is the approval, licensing and registration of the farm. So for this whole process, the state government is fully responsible for it. So there are some important person in this factory whom we should know what are their responsibility and duties. So first is the occupier. An occupier is a person who has ultimate control all over the affair of this factory. And the second is the inspector. An inspector is a person who is appointed by the state government, who is responsible for inspecting the factories and ensuring that the occupier is compiling the law. And the third is the certifying surgeon. A certifying surgeon is a qualified medical practitioner who is appointed by the state government. So he or she is responsible for the supervision of the worker working in a hazardous area or a specific age of group working in the factory. Let's start with the discussion of the core objective of this act. The first is the health provision. So this health provision mainly focus on maintaining an hygienic and comfortable environment for all the workers. So every firm should maintain a daily cleaning and a weekly washing, and an adequate fresh air temperature should also be maintained, and no dust and fume should be there. They should maintain effectively to prevent inhalation of harmful in containment. And there should also be no overcrowding in the work area. There should be a distance of 14.2 cubic meter between the workers. And the factory should also provide a clean drinking water for all the workers. And in case if there in the factories there are more than 250 workers working, the firm should provide a cold drinking water during the summer season. The second core objective of this act is the safety provision. This safety provision mainly focused on protecting the workers from machinery and physical hazard. So in every factories, a proper fencing should be done where in the area where machines are being kept, and adequate firefighting equipment should also be readily available for the protection of worker in case of any emergency. And the third is that lifting up equipment like chain, ropes, etc. must be of good construction and should be tested and examined regularly. And restriction of excessive load carried by workers should also be maintained to prevent physical injury among the workers. And manager and any occupier should also give an information regarding the hazardous area, so that the workers or any public can keep them safe from those physical injury or cause of any emergency accident in the factories. The third core objective of this act is the welfare provision. So this welfare provision focuses on amenities that contribute to the comfort and welfare of all the workers. So this welfare provision says that an adequate washing facility for all the male and females should be given separately, and readily first aid box will also be given. And if there are more than 500 workers in the factories, and ambulance rooms will also be given, and a restroom, shelter, lunchrooms will also be provided for all the workers. And there's a provision, if there is more than 250 workers in the firm, canteens will also be given. And if there are more than 30 women employees, a crash facility should also be given to them for the welfare and safety provision of the women. Now let's talk about the working hours of an adult. A worker cannot work for more than 9 hours in a day and not more than 48 hours in a week. And every worker should be provided a rest interval after 5 hours of working. Regarding the leave and holiday, we should also know that every worker should be given 1 day of leave in a week. And if the workers have already worked for more than 240 days, in case of an adult, 1 day of leave for every 20 days of work. And in case of a child, 1 day of leave for every 15 days of work. And the leave should not exceed more than 30 days for an adult, and for a child for more than 40 days should not be exceed. And if any of the employees or worker wanted to apply leave, should apply in advance before 15 days. And in case of a public service, they should apply for leave in advance of 30 days. The last topic which I'm going to discuss is about the penalties. So in penalties, there are different penalties. First is the general penalties. So in general penalties, imprisonment of up to 2 years are given, and a fine of 1 lakh can be taken. And in second is the penalty for continuous offense. Here at least 3 months or up to 2 years of imprisonment are given, and fine of starting from 10,000 or up to 2 lakhs are taken. And the last is the most extreme penalties. These penalties are related to hazardous process. This can extend up to 7 years of imprisonment or a fine of up to 2 lakhs. So these are the penalties which are taken by the Factory Act. I would like to conclude today's discussion by saying that Factory Act 1943 is a foundational charter for human dignity in the industry, which is mandating across 3 pillars, which is the welfare, health and safety of all the workers. So the one key truth which underscore in this whole Factory Act is that worker well-being is not an option, but a legal and a moral obligation for factory management. I hope everyone understand and enjoy the whole discussion. Here I'm going to end up. Thank you.